Okay, I want to do kind of a step-by-step process here of how I'm prepping this for a cap. Some of you may be trying to figure out how is the best way to do this. So very first step I did, actually I've got two steps here. First step I did is I actually took some 2x4s, as you can see here, and I cut them the width of the chimney. So from here to here, and then whatever your width of your material, this is 1.5 inches. So I added to take it out by. You want to keep everything flush here. Same thing over on this side. Everything is flush, up tight to your brick. Everything is up snug to my bricks. Just come over here and have a look at it, as you can see. Now I've used pipe clamps. This actually works really well. I've got two 4-foot pipe clamps, 2 foot depending on the size of your chimney, but I can actually clamp these in tight and they're clamped against the brick, and so this is not going to go anywhere, so I don't have to have any supports down to the ground. This will actually hold everything in place. It doesn't affect, you don't have to screw into your chimney or anything. And so that's step number one, to get those 2x4s on. And all I did is I just screwed underneath of this. Sorry, there's a screw here and there's another one in underneath there on the 4 corners, and get everything squared up. As you can see, I've got about 1/4 inch reveal. So, and I'll show you that another step of why I did this. In my case, I wanted to, I didn't think 1.5 inches was enough lip for my cap. So I added 3/4, so now I'm roughly, give or take 2 1/4, 2 3/8, somewhere around there. I think because this is planed at, this is my own lumber, this is planed at 2 5/8, and this is 7/8. I think I'm closer to 2.5. But even if you did 3/4, 1.5 inches, you've got a 2 1/4 inch overhang, which is a good overhang for the chimney cap. You don't want it too much, not too little. So that's why I put this next piece on. This is actually just to build that out so I can get that extra thickness. I had lots of scrap lumber around, and everything is just screwed, so when I go to take it apart, I can just take the screws off and everything will fall apart after it's set. So that's step one. Step two, my next step is actually to put a sloped, see here, come down and show you across it. You can see this has got about a 10-degree slope on it, and that's so when I pour, and I'm going to put, my next step is to put a form up here, but this is so when I pour this, I will get the natural slope on the downside of my chimney cap, so water will drip off the end of it. So this way you get, from the underneath side, you're going to have an upward slope to it. So again, you don't get water. If it's squared right across, in other words, if this is poured straight across, what you get is water wanting to kind of seep across the back side of it and down your brick. But this way, it would have to go uphill, which it can't do. So I'm going to get this next step on. And one of the other things I just wanted to show you here, what I've done is I've left this up about 1/2 inch above my brick line. So this will actually look like an actual mortar line, equivalent to my mortar lines down here. You can see there. So when this is poured, this will have a nice straight mortar line accenting the brick. So the pour is not directly against this, or at least from the outside appearance. What you're going to get is actually mortar showing along the bottom edge. I'll show you that when I strip the form on the last step. So let's get these on, and I'll be back. Now, just FYI, I'm just using little finish nails to tack this on. So when I take this all apart, this will just pull off. So I'll get that step done. Okay, I've got my slope on this base now. So step 3 was to get this on. Now I trimmed it a bit it's in tight against the brick all the way around. Don't think I'll have any problems with that. I think what I will do is I'm just going to stuff a little bit of rock wool down in here, just a little bit of insulation just to keep the stuff from running down those holes. You can see there. I'll do that before I finish. But the next step is to actually get the ends sides on, which I have ready to go. But all I use is when I made these slopes, like I said, this is about a 10 degree. I just put this on with little finish nails here, 1.25" finish nails, and so it'll pop off. I also just used my belt sander, smoothed it up a bit so the grain wouldn't get caught in the concrete. But again, that's just me being a finish carpenter. But everything is now flush all the way around, so I can now put the other piece on. The other thing I did is I leveled or measured down about 2.5 inches, and then I leveled with my 2-foot level all the way around. So this is going to be the height of my concrete. So I'll get this next piece on and we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, the next step is done. So this was making these end boards. I've got it so it's about 2.5, 3 inches above. So this is what the about 2 3/4. That's what the edge of the cap will look like. Now in at this point, it's going to be close to 4 3/4. So as you can see, it's got about a 15 degree bevel on it. That's what I put on this. So I can, when I run my trowel, I can just come right across and line this off. That's why I put these on a 15 degree bevel. That's what I put on for to drain the water off. So this is all now complete. I also put a little bit of rock wool down in so my mortar mix won't keep running down in between the liner and sag. As it is, it'll fill up all of these holes, so everything will be locked in. It can't go anywhere. And I don't know how much it's going to take, but I'm going to go down and mix up a wheelbarrow and see if I can fill this in here. So that's the next step. I'm also going to get some wire to put in this, so I'll get that ready and then we will do some pouring. Okay, I've got this. Sorry, I can't get back too far. I'm up here on scaffolding. But I've got this now poured and shaped. I just tried to get a smooth finish put on this. It's not too bad. Now, as long as this will strip down okay, we should be good to go. I will bring you back for the reveal, providing it all turns out. Sorry. I'll be back. Okay, the last step was to strip this, and it actually turned out not too bad. It's got the, I don't know if you can see coming across this way, it's got the upward slope to it of about 15 or 10 degrees. You've got a nice line here, come around so you can see this. You've got a nice mortar line coming across. Where I put the rock wool in here stopped everything from running down. So turned out pretty well, and actually got the 15 degree slope on the top. Now this did take some extra time to harden, and that was because we had some cold here in eastern Tennessee. And also what I used is a mixture of Portland sand and thin set for exterior large tiles, large size tiles for the outside. And so that has a polymer in it that actually will expand and contract a little more. So one of my friends suggested me trying this, and it actually finally hardened up. It took several days in the cooler weather, but it is now complete. Now, the other thing I did is I come up and I put the cap on, as you can see, and I actually, I don't know whether you can see this here, but I actually drilled, it's pretty hard to see, but I actually drilled with my masonry bit and put a little dimple in it for this to screw into so it wouldn't pop off in the wind. It probably won't move anyway, but I went ahead and did that. So yeah, this is the final step. So I think I'm going to finish out this video, but I wanted to bring you along for that, and hopefully everything will now pass and work. Till next time, as always, appreciate you joining me here in Eastern Tennessee on a windy day in the spring or in the fall. But till next time, you have a great day.